We got breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. So the New York Mets just got Luis Roberts. They traded for Luis Roberts. Now you know he's a good center fielder. He's coming over from the Chicago White Sox. Last year, he's not one to hit for average. That's not his style. Though even though in one of his years he did hit 38 home runs. He got um 80 RBIs and scored in. I mean, had 90 runs. So that was a good year for him. But that was when he was younger, and you keep seeing that he goes down and down. But he is a great center fielder. He's one of the best in center field. So that gives the Mets, Luis Soto. I mean, Luis Soto, Juan Soto in right. They get Roberts at center, and you could put Benj there, to see how he goes on. Or you could, if Bellinger can't come in, then you could put Bellinger there too. You know, we could have we if that was to happen, it would get it stacked. We would have a good stack outfield, not the best outfield because, as you know, Juan Soto is not good defensively. He's a good batter, but defensively, he is, I would say, somewhat average, so to speak. But it'll be a good outfield for that fact because Roberts can carry, Roberts can cover a lot of field. So that's a no for Bader. The Mets won't get Bader, and I wouldn't get Bader anyway because even though he's quick, he has no arm. And you need an arm and you need speed. Left field, I see. For me, I would like to see Soto in left field. I think that's the best position for him. I think he'll play better there because he does not have that arm as for a right fielder. For right field, you do need an arm. Center field, you need speed. And also, into left field, you need a good arm because a lot of balls are hit out there, and there's a lot of people who are men in base. Like when Cespedes was in left field. He has a cannon for an arm, and he's doing center field too. But that is the trade. The Mets traded for Luis Roberts. So let's see how that goes. They're gonna make. Hopefully, they get more trades. We need more pitching, guys. We need more pitching. You know, I didn't want Tucker anyway. It's too much money for Tucker. Um, yeah, a par year last year. Bellinger, I like Bellinger's swing. I think that'll be good for the Mets. But if you don't get Bellinger, let Bench play. Let him how to see how he goes. To be honest with you, I would let third base go to Beatty and put Boba at first base and let Polanco DH because I haven't seen Boba because he's been in the American League so long. I never, I don't watch that. I don't go to that side. But sometimes it's hard to play shortstop and third. You know, I haven't seen his arm. I know that Machado could have done it if he was playing short because he has an arm. You saw at one time Carlos Correa play third base in the World Baseball Classic, and even Baez played third base at one time. But they got arms. They got good arms. Whether Bichette can handle that third base, does he have that arm? Remains to be seen. But I would put him at first base, and let Beatty take third. That's what I would do. But let's see what happens, guys. So the Mets traded for Luis Roberts, 3 years, 55 millions with two club options.